Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of our house renovation project. So it's not so long time ago, I think 2 or 3 episodes, we had to deal with a lot of gravel. So we needed to fill up the former basement here below the kitchen with, I don't know, was it 20 tons, 25 tons of gravel? I don't know. But if you liked that episode, then you will definitely like this episode too, because today we again have to handle with a lot of gravel, and I will tell you it is so much, because now we are definitely in the preparation of the next part of the floor slab that will be in that area. This is also quite big, and during excavation I excavated it a little bit too deep maybe, and so I need a really big layer of gravel in that area. So this means today we also have to handle about, I don't know, 20 tons of whatever. So I would say at that point, sit back and enjoy the video.
Oh yeah, gravel. This is something you will see a little more often in today's video, because now I have to fill up the complete area for the next floor slab with exactly this kind of gravel. So first things first, we're starting with the first layer of the new floor construction, and this is this fleece. You might know it from some older videos, and this is the first layer. You need it simply to prevent that the gravel is mixing up with the earth or the soil below. So this comes as a first layer, and then you can put directly the gravel on it. Here is a little special, because these are the protective pipes for the water meter. So they are inside these black pipes. There is the water pipe, and I don't want to put the gravel directly on these pipes, so I put a little sand around it to have more or less a second or nearly a third layer of protection. So I want at any kind, I want to prevent that these pipes or this area will get damaged any time in the future, because this is below the floor slab, and if you have here an issue with the pipe, you will have a big problem in the future. So this is why I'm really taking care of protecting these water pipes. So then it's time to move the first tons of gravel into the now future utility room, and then spread it over the complete floor. You can see I'm always measuring a little bit. This is because I want to prevent to work too much by hand. If I make the layer of gravel too thick, then I need to spread it more with a shovel. And if you measure right, then you may more or less need to do nearly nothing. So and you can see this is really a big layer, so we are speaking about 25 to 30 centimeters. I think in that area I have more or less 45 centimeters of gravel, and this is why at the end we need to put here more or less 12 tons of material to fill up to the final level, so that we can build the concrete floor slab. So over the sand, you see now I can put there the gravel also, and maybe you count it how many track dumper loads I put here. It is incredible much. And the tractor trailer for my father-in-law only can transport 6 tons at a time, so he needs to drive several times. And it's nearly some kind of loop. Unload the gravel, load the gravel into the track dumper, transport it into the house, and then spread it in that area. So this was interesting day or interesting days of work, because it was definitely always the same. The only advantage of this is that I can use my track dumper and my mini excavator, so this definitely saves some energy on my side and some time of course too. And I only need to take care on the inside to spread everything with a shovel, because there is no other possibility. And then from time to time using the jumping jack to compact the next layer, yeah, because this I only need to do here because the layer is so thick, yeah. So normally this is not needed completely, but in that case, because of the really thick layer, it is better to compress it from time to time. Yeah, and if somebody is asking for some more gravel, here it is. Yeah, so it is incredible much gravel. So if you would see this in reality and not only on a video, you might imagine how much this is. So here, especially in that area, there is a problem that we started from the basement. Yeah, so this is not only that I dug out everything on the proper level and then only need to put 20-25 centimeters of gravel on it. So in this case I needed to fill up, I think, something around 45-50 centimeters, and yeah, then it is quite much material which you need to get on your final height. Yeah, but you see, slowly but surely we will come to the final result. So the gravel is now more or less flat, it is now or less on the final level, and I can take care about compressing it properly, and the result should be a perfect layer where we can build our concrete floor slab on. Yeah, and then the next day I have some help again on my building site from the guy with the big hammer. You might know him from some older videos. So then we decided that so the wall is already floating for more or less 1 meter, but then we decided that there is, we have here some more possibilities. So we put here a little prop, yeah, it looks like some experience, but trust me, I'm an engineer, yeah. So this prop should stabilize the wall in that area, and now I'm removing, maybe 1 meter more below this wall, yeah. So this should be the idea behind, yeah, is that we have more concrete floor slab in one step, and then we can in the next step can build a new wall below it to stabilize it again before we start with the next part of the floor slab below the other part of this wall. Yeah? So this was the idea, but you can imagine it's not so easy in that stage, yeah, to remove the concrete and the old foundation below the wall, because everything else is now filled up again and stuff. Yeah, so it would be much easier if we had done this a few days earlier. But okay, yeah, so with 2 people it is of course a little bit easier to do everything, and doing this work now should prevent us from some maybe more work in the future. Yeah? So this is why we do this work maybe a little late, but not too late. And you can see now the wall is more or less floating over a span of 2.5 meters maybe. Yeah? So we can say it's definitely solidly built, and the prop which should stabilize it maybe also work, yeah. But as always, if you're performing such kind of work, you must be really careful, because shit happens, yeah, all the time, and it's definitely quite dangerous working beside or below a wall, which more or less is floating in the air. And then a few hours later, the next more or less meter of the foundation is now gone. We have a little more gravel in that. We have filled up the hole there, and so last thing is to again properly compress it with the jumping jack, especially in that area, because you might remember there was a big hole below the old concrete floor, and this we also filled up with gravel. So now everything is properly compressed on the right level. So this is only some finalization to be sure that the future concrete floor slab is at all areas at the proper thickness. And to have the new floor slab even more anchored with the house, we now drill some holes in the outside foundation, and so these holes are, I think, 3 centimeters in width, and then we put some massive steel bars into it, and with some construction glue we glue them into the foundation, more or less. And this then also will be inside the floor slab, so then you have an anchor, and the floor slab is then forever connected with the foundation. And here you can see the construction adhesive, so glue or adhesive, you can call it like you want, but this stuff is definitely one hell of a thing, so it will definitely prevent the steel bars or rods ever from being separated from the outer foundation again. Definitely. So so the next part of the preparation is here. You can see the foil. This is simply needed to separate the liquid concrete from the gravel. Then we have next the steel mesh. This is connected to each other, and also to the steel bars to the foundation, so that you also have here a good layer of steel which holds everything together. Yeah, and during that work we are talking a little bit, and then we remembered that we also need to take care about the drain. On the one side, the drain in the utility room, because as I said, there should be located some washing machine and stuff, so you definitely need a drain and of course a drain pipe. And also the other drain pipe, you may imagine with the old pipe was full of feces and stuff, yeah, so this comes through this hole. But now we are on a lower level like before, and this means I also need to take care about this hole. This must be extended approximately 20-40 centimeters downwards to have the possibility to put there the new drain pipe. Yeah, now this 30-40 centimeters lower than before. And before we build the floor slab, it's definitely needed to have this one prepared. Yeah, so now preparing the drain for the utility room, and also the hole for the drain pipe, and of course an empty pipe for some future installations. Yeah, so like I said at the beginning, this is the only possibility now to perform such work. Yeah, if the concrete floor slab is built in and dry, you have no other possibility to ever reach that area again. So we now finalize here all the preparations for the floor slab, and maybe in the next video we can start building the new floor slab, but this we will then see in the next video.
Okay guys, that was it for today. The preparation for the next part of the concrete floor slab is now more or less completed. So we decided to not mix the concrete by our own, because this would be much work, because it is a quite big area. And we will call a concrete supplier, so he will deliver the concrete simply with a truck here to our construction site. And if everything will work as we expected, I would say this we will see in the next video. Also how it looks like with a complete ready floor slab in that area. So thanks for watching and bye bye.